Hi, it's Stephanie from Georgie and I'm here to talk to you today about another long-lost candy. Well, in the case of this one, it's not really long-lost, it's more recently lost, but it's one you guys have been asking about, and that's the O. Henry bar. The origin of the O. Henry bar is a little muddled. There's actually two stories. One is that the Peerless Candy Company in the Midwest started making the O. Henry bar, then called the Tom Henry bar, in 1919, but soon after sold the rights and the recipe to Williamson's Candy Company in Chicago. The other origin story is that Williamson Candy Company actually invented the O. Henry bar themselves in 1920. Not only is the origin of the bar a little muddled, so is the origin of the name. No one's really sure exactly why it's called the O. Henry bar, but there's two prevailing theories. The first is the owner of the Williamson Candy Company liked the author O. Henry. The other version of the story behind the name is that there was a teenager named Henry working at Williamson's candy store, and that young girls would come in and say, "Oh, Henry," when they were flirting with him, and Williamson liked the name, and so it stuck. The Williamson Candy Company was sold several times before it was acquired by Nestle in 1990. They continued to make the O. Henry bar until 2018, when they sold all their American candy brands, including O. Henry, to Ferrero. Unfortunately, Ferrero has been eliminating many retro candy brands, and O. Henry was one of them, having last been made in the United States in 2019. So that's a long way of saying that O. Henry bars in the United States are no longer made. However, they're still being made in Canada. Hershey actually owns the rights to make the O. Henry bar in Canada, so there is a substitute for the American O. Henry bar. The problem is they're not exactly the same. Just like I try to tell you in all of these videos, anytime there's a substitute or a candy is raised from the candy graveyard, it's often not quite the same. We do carry the Canadian version of O. Henry, and this is it. One of the main differences is, even though the O. Henry bar in the United States started out as a single candy bar, eventually it morphed into two pieces. The Canadian version of O. Henry is one bar. The other difference is how the ingredients inside the bar are arranged. In the American O. Henry bar, they were in layers. There was a layer of sort of chewy fudge, then there was caramel, then there was peanuts, and then it was all coated in chocolate. The Canadian version actually is a little more jumbled up. The fudge is in the center, then caramel surrounds the whole thing, peanuts are around that, and then there's chocolate around the whole bar. I'm going to open this and show you. This isn't a great cross section, but you can see that it's all sort of jumbled up in there. The main elements of the candy bar, being a fudge, peanuts, caramel, and chocolate, are all there. While it's not exactly the same, it's the closest thing that we've got right now. Chocolate's really crumbly. Now I can tell you, that's absolutely delicious. It's one of the best candy bars we probably sell. It reminds me a little bit of a Baby Ruth. Is it exactly the same? No. Are the flavor profiles all there? Yes. The other awesome thing about O. Henry in Canada is there's different versions of it. This version actually replaces the fudge in the center with Reese's peanut butter. If you're looking for a substitute for the O. Henry bar, give the Canadian version a try. They're available on our website, and we do ship anywhere in the United States. Thanks, guys.